Do you guys ever get sick of seeing the same keyboard designs over and over? We don't have to worry about that anymore because today I'm looking at one of the most unique boards I've ever seen. So it's mail day yet again, and today we're looking at the Trigon60 by Sam Studio. It's a very unique design for a board, and I'm all about unique and pushing the envelope, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna go ahead and walk you guys through what comes in the box. I didn't want to show you the packaging because that's not finalized. This is a prototype unit that Luke 9 had sent to me, and I'm super excited to see what's going on, man. Let's do this. All right, so to start, you get an FR4 plate, but if you choose to, you can also go with a carbon fiber or aluminum if you want to add it on at cells. And if you take a look here, you can tell that there are room for gaskets, because this is a gasket mounted board, by the way. Also have our pour-on foam kit. Looks like we got plate foam and a little bit of case foam, if I'm not mistaken. Got something special to just fill out the container here. So that's a little diffused triangle. You're gonna see a lot of triangles in this board, by the way. So this little piece right here is gonna be for an RGB, but I'll show you exactly where in just a minute. You get a Hotswap's PCB, but there is a chance. Ooh, check out the design on that PCB right there, man. This is the Hotswap one. Is there caps on both sides? There are. That's insane. JST cables to connect it. And we also got this LED strip here. And then we got our gaskets, daughter board as well. And then also some bump on feet. Now, without further ado, I know you've been eyeballing these little triangles that are included in this build, man. And they're kind of interesting. So all of the ones I have here, so these are all anodized, but they also offer coated versions to choose from too. Ooh, check that out, man. And it looks like these are the coated ones that I was mentioning. Man, this is actually a beautiful board. Let's check it out from a 360's perspective. Check that out. Boom. That's a very unique design. And then down here, right in the front, there's an LED strip. So this design here down below is something that is very original. I haven't seen this implemented in any other board ever. And I like the way that you can kind of customize the different colors of the triangles. We like to mix and match them. And to me, this is one of the cooler things about this board is that it's super personalizable. So you can kind of make it your own, you know? Online, it seems a lot bigger than it is. Here, it's about the same as a typical 60 or 65% keyboard, but down below, it has kind of like a built-in wrist rest. And it's got a really interesting slope effect on the front face of the keyboard. And before we move on and kind of talk about the different options, this is where you can place this diffuser for the LED. So when we're talking about the layout choices for this board, you can get the WinKey version like I got here, or you can even choose HHKB, which is also really nice. Taking another look at the PCB, this is actually ANSI and ISO supported as well, as you can see all the different configurations and setups over here. And you can also split backspace and right shift if you wanted to. Tell me that PCB isn't just awesome. It almost looks like they're doing like the Soulja Boy like. So we got 2 screws here that are gonna hold in that back weight. And then we got 4 more hex screws on the back. Dang, that back weight is solid too. It's nice and gold. Damn, man. Very well done with the coating and the anodization. Nice. So they just kind of float in there a little bit. I believe they would be placed on something like this before you connect it and screw everything in, just for gravity's sake. But they are kind of just floating in there. Okay, along here is going to be where our gaskets go, I imagine. You could probably put them onto the plate if you want to, but I think for our sake, we're going to just put them onto the case. I don't know, setting gaskets is kind of satisfying for me. Like, even though I rarely get them placed properly, like 100% properly the first try. I got my plate loaded with stabilizers and London Fog switches by Lab. These are linear switches that are pre-lubed, so I'm pretty excited. These are one of my favorite switches. I haven't used them in quite a while. So, excited for that. Beneath here, you'll find the spot for the daughter board, and the USB-C daughter board will go right in here. Go. But let me know if you think this board is going to thot or clack down in the comments, and then tell me if you're right by the end of the video. It's going to be kind of interesting trying to match these little triangles down at the bottom. You know what? I got this. Just trust me. And there you have it, gang. We have just officially built the Trigon60. As you can see, I used the MW Las Colorades. I believe that's how you call it. So from here, I'm gonna just go ahead and get it plugged in and we can hear how it sounds. I'm gonna start out with foamless first, but then we're gonna see if this thing even needs any foam. If it does, we'll kind of go from there. Looks like we got our first sign of RGB going on there. Check it out. So yeah, man, I think that the Trigon60 sounds very nice, even without some foam. Like I'm kind of surprised how nice I like the board without foam. I think it could benefit from a little bit, maybe like the case foam, just to kind of fill up a little bit of that cavernous sound underneath the PCB that's coming out. But other than that, it's really cool. And it, with this set of switches, it's not too bad. It's kind of low, it's kind of mellow. It's not too clacky, it's not too low pitch. It's nice. It's satisfactory to me. It's like 2 pieces of foam, so let's do it, man. Ooh, hold up. I think the prime build here is just with the case foam. I can't see it getting that much better with by adding the plate foam. I mean, just per personal preference. It probably will sound like, you know, your typical foam board if you put this in, but ooh, kind of like that build. I'm about to come back to this build, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in and we'll see where it comes from there. I really enjoy the originality that was put into the design. There's obviously triangles everywhere, and the only bits of RGB are the ones that are visible right here down on the bottom. So you got a see-through window down here in the wrist rest area, and we got the beautiful strip light that's on the bottom there. You can say what you want about how flashy and kind of like, you know, unorthodox the design may be, but for me, I'm really just looking for a lot of boards that are like unique in their own little way and have their own great qualities about them. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I really want designers nowadays to just kind of, you know, try something different. Don't be afraid to, you know, go against the norm. This thing, man, I think this is gonna be my daily driver keyboard for a while. Like, I think a lot of people are kind of like polarized by the design. You know, it's kind of hard to put your finger on, right? But if you ask me, man, this Trigon60, do not sleep on this thing. I think you should definitely grab it. Man, this is way cooler than I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This thing is solid, bro. Like, matter of fact, let's talk about group buy, man. The group buy for the Trigon60 is actually rolling off right now. It started on January 24th, and I believe it goes to February 15th. So you still got a little bit of time, but don't think about it for too long, man. This is a solid board. We're talking about pricing on this kit. Starting at about $229, and you can go anywhere up to about $239. In terms of shipping, the Trigon60 will be landing on people's desks around Q2. The estimation is actually June, so that's not too far out. Thanks again for tuning into the build for the Trigon60. Let me know down in the comments below exactly how you feel, whether you get this keyboard, what you think of this keyboard, do you like it or not. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys think. Oh, my Cody boy, what's up, man? It's been a little while since you jumped in the video, right? If you did enjoy the videos, consider subscribing and hit that like button to help us out a little bit. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. Look at that handsome buddy. Oh, that's a nice boy.